The most important thing I want to tell you tonight that, people always say, oh, you brought this democracy in sports, but the most important thing is that these guys bought into it. That's the most important thing. What happened was that Joe Roth and I share a lawyer, Skip is his name, and Skip introduced us, and I'll never forget the meeting I had with Joe, and it's easy for a salesman to sell something to a salesman if the salesman has something good to sell, because they're always open up. Joe and Adrian, especially Joe and Adrian, are always open to new ideas, anything that works. The best practices, that's like what they live by in the movie business and every business he's in. And so I was able to tell him about a best practice that I saw. I just happened to see in Barcelona. I was just telling something today that thank you. I was just doing some show for the Travel Channel about the Barcelona-Real Madrid rivalry. If you look up at the internet, it turned out pretty good. I was in Barcelona at their museum that they have at the stadium. It's the most visited museum in Barcelona, by the way. All the art and everything they have there, the stadium and Camp Nou, that gets the most visitors. And the guy said something about the election that year. This guy that spoke English at the museum. And I said, what are you talking about? And he explained what happened. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And I looked it up. And that's the idea that I had, because this guide at Barcelona. So you might as well be applauding the guide at the Barcelona Museum as applauding me. Skip, our lawyer, for bringing us together, but it's really, I'll never forget, Joe was like, oh, that makes sense. Here's a guy, he's in the movie business, I'm an actor, kinda, not a really good actor, but stand-up comic, I would love to be in the movies, and I have a chance to talk for an hour and a half we talked that day, right? I think about at lunch. About an hour and a half we talked, never mentioned movies once, except the one time he mentioned how badly mismanaged the Academy Award ceremony was. And that was it. The whole soccer talk the whole way. And couldn't ask for better partners. And I couldn't ask for better fans. I'll go on record now, but people in Cleveland, where I'm from, hate hearing me say how great Sounders fans are. They always go on Twitter like, what about the Browns fans? And what about the Indians fans? And I have to say that the Sounders fans are the best professional sports fans I've ever seen in my whole life, all around the world.